Hello again, everyone. This is Marco from GuildWars2TradingPost.com. Today I'm going to show you a little trick that is really easy to make a ton of gold. What I did was I placed buy orders on fine dies. So I did a search for fine quality with the word die. And then what I did is I looked at each of these dies and I said, okay, I want to buy, well, this one I'd buy out straight up at 66 copper. But I would say, okay, I want to place a buy order. 66 copper, I'd put 250 in there, I'd place the order. I'd keep doing that for each one. This one would be 71. I picked a threshold. I think the highest I did was 72 copper. And I just kept placing 250 buy orders on each of them. This one another 67. I just did that. I did that for 2 pages of dies. And then I stopped. And I took all the dies that I got and I started combining them on the Mystic Forge. As you can see, I've gotten through about half of them. And I stopped after combining half of them to show you what I'm doing. So I'm sitting here and I'm combining the same ones over and over again. Don't forget that you can chop the sections of die up. If I wanted to, I could take a stack of 250 of them and break it up into segments, like 125, 125, and combine it that way. It doesn't have to be 4 separate dies. But I'm not touching any of the ones that I've created. I just keep clicking on the ones I know are not profitable. After I'm done doing this, and this is the key, because a lot of people will sit here and they'll start combining all these guys, right? And that's not a good idea. Like this one right here, this mist die, that's worth a lot, but it's a find, so you may not expect it to be worth anything. So what you do is you go to the trading post, you click sell, and you look at your auctions. You look for anything that's higher than what you were used to seeing. So right here, this is 86, 67, 73. Oh wait, this is 1 silver. How much is this worth? And I click on it, it's worth 159. That's not a lot. Let's look at, I'm looking at fines right now. Any fines that are worth a lot? This malt die, not really worth it. But let's keep going. Mist die. Oh, look at this, 48 silver. That's a lot of money for a single die. This costs more than what I spent on the dies that I bought. Obviously, I didn't win every single item I put a buy order in for. Like you saw before, it was a gold something per 250. I wasn't winning 250. I was winning maybe 10, 25 of each stack. But then I just go through and I keep doing that for each. And of course, I list all of these. I'm listing it for 1 copper less than the lowest seller. Every once in a while, you'll notice a strange price that's way too low. If you see that happen, go into the item in question. For example, gold die. Let's say this was way too low. I mean, obviously it's not. It's 3 gold. But I'd click on it, and I'd go into my item tab for I, and I have to find this sucker. Where's my gold die? Oh, right there. And I'd say, buy more at Trading Post. So now I can get a better sense of what it's really worth. Look at that. It said 3 gold, but it's really worth 389. So somebody had posted 3 gold right here, and it was showing up for that amount. That or it was the buy order. Yeah, that's probably it. But let's say some clown posted it for like 3 gold. I know it normally sells for more than that. When I go to sell, I would know to change my price based on that amount. So don't be afraid to go into your item tab and right click and say buy more in order to look at how much it's actually worth. Because sometimes you get really great deals that way as well by checking that out. So always check that if you're in doubt. Alright, so for example, if this buy price right here, this match lowest seller, if it was like 1 copper higher than the buyer, I'd be like, maybe I better take a look at that a little closer. And by doing that, I save myself a lot of money. And I do this for each. Now, these dies could take a really long time to sell. Especially if you want, you can just meet highest buyer. You will make money doing that with this strategy. You have like a 1 in 16 chance of getting a green, but because some of the blues are so profitable, it's still worth it to just sell to highest buyer. Now these are not worth anything, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, close everything up so it's easier to read. Close this because now I've changed the items. Some of them are gone. Now I'm going to start at the bottom here. And okay, so I'm going to get rid of these 4, and then the next one is violet die. So I'm going to forge. Now this new die, this grapesicle die just came in. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to go like this. Now right here is a green die, so I'm going to leave that there. Now everything past this crushed die I'm not going to touch. And this just helps me get rid of items and manage the items better. There's the crushed die. I'm going past it, not touching any of my greens. I'm not combining them. This enables me to get rid of a lot of the fluff. I don't have to recheck items over and over again because I've got that crushed die as a separator. I'm getting rid of all the singles. There's crushed die. Everything before it that's a single, that's fine. I'm going to get rid of. This helps clean up my inventory. It makes it a lot easier to do this faster. And now, real quick, I'll finish up. I won't do all of these, but I'll just do some more so you can see what it's like. This strategy is very simple. I use this strategy for every single item that I combine in the Mystic Forge. I got a bunch of runes up here I'm going to be working with later. As you can see, I have a lot more of them. They're a lot cheaper to get. I've got 1,000 right there. 1,250 runes that I'm going to be combining. There's the crushed die, so I don't want to touch any more. Let's change this for now. I'll show you a little trick. I've got 28 here, these glory dies. I hold Alt, and I can chop them up into sections, which makes it a lot easier to work with in the Mystic Forge. I press F again to go to the Forge. Now, things are a little... Oh, wait, hold on a second. That didn't work. Oh, I compacted. Sorry. If you push compact, it will combine your stacks, which I don't want to do. So let's push F again. There are my 7s. I'm just going to touch those in case my order got screwed up. I don't want to accidentally combine any that I haven't checked the price for yet. Alright, let's keep going. I've made videos before on how to combine and whatnot, but I feel like it was worth it to take a look at dies in particular. I don't know if I actually talked about which dies are really valuable, like the mist and the gold. And a lot of the blues are actually pretty valuable, the rares, or I mean the fines, sorry. So don't discount that as a strategy. All right, let's take a look at this real quick again. Repetition is how you learn. All right, so I'm at the start. I'm looking for anything worth more than a silver because I will check the buy order price to see what it's worth. Match the lowest seller, go down to copper. I'm scrolling down in order to change that value. I don't see any more above a silver for the fines, but we'll keep looking. If you get an error message, just close the window, go back to forging stuff, and then try again. Alright, I don't see any that are worth anything, so I'm going to close this. Let's finish this up. This is the Morning Glory dice. That's where I'm stopped at. And now, oh, that's nice. I just got cinnamon. Everything to the right of cinnamon I'm not going to touch. That's easy because it's a green, so I know not to touch it. So I'm not going to touch the silk die. I'm going to stay to the left of the cinnamon die. There it is. There's some more. Just keep going. Clear these up right here. All right, now I need to make some stacks. So I hold Alt and I accept the stack size. And I push F to reopen the Mystic Forge and go back to doing this. Everything to the right of cinnamon I'm not touching. It's nice to use a divider that's actually a different color. See, that's green. It's much easier to use that and tell where I'm at. Okay, let's check the prices of those before we do our final combinations. And what do we got? Sell that. Keep going. No, darn, I didn't get any good fine levels ones that time. The mist one was great. Every time you see a mist, I mean, that pays for so many more attempts. Alright, let's try this. I think I accidentally destroyed one that I wanted to keep, but whatever. Alright, and that's that. I think I've already sold 4 gold worth of items. And I was doing this for a little bit before this video, so that's not all from this particular video. But I thought I'd dump some gold on my alt and try a few things. I will continue to use this alt and other characters to find some more strategy for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to post questions and let me know what you think.